What up, it's your boy Roy Jones Jr. Right now you're checking out LinealBoxingTV with Birdie. Don't miss it, the man is fantastic.
Birdie, LinealBoxingTV, back for a long time. With George Lamport, we're at Union Inc.
That's it, yeah, the home.
George, I just can't believe we've just been saying the last time you fought was 2.5 years ago in Aldershot.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
What the fuck's happened?
Yeah, fucking hell. It's the world went into fucking chaos after that, and then yeah, just everything changed after that.
We did a little catch up over Zoom, didn't we?
Yeah.
During lockdown.
And then you came here once.
Came here once.
Yeah.
So what's happened, mate? 2.5 years not fighting.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Sorry, because that Aldershot show seemed like yesterday.
Yeah, I know. And do you know what? I have like flashbacks to it and like stuff like that. And it was a weird one. The whole situation was weird. The day before, I collapsed because trying to make weight. So, and my friend was with me, and he was like, "Listen, I'm telling your dad, you because it was in Nutfield Health in Farnborough."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Don't tell him." I was like, "Listen, I'm fine. Like, I'm just gonna have some Lucozade and I'll weigh in tomorrow and I'll refuel." So that happened, and then my Uncle John obviously walked me to the ring, and then he died literally 4 weeks later or something like that, maybe not even that. And then COVID happened. Then it was just fucking mental, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's feels like an alternative universe. Like somehow the train come off the track somewhere. It was just so. What happened? Because you had a hard time, didn't you, in lockdown as well?
Yeah, I mean, I lost my mind. You know, I became really ill. Not physically, but like mentally, really ill. And then, you know, I was like, do you know, like, if your mate was ill, Steve, mentally ill, you make sure they're all right. Yeah, with me, everyone just sort of like dropped me. Like,
what caused that? Was it just the lockdown? Was it just the isolation? Was it the?
Do you know what? I was in a bad situation. You know, I was living with family members, and you know, everything got on top. Not being where I wanted to be in life, and then obviously, you know, I didn't see it at the time, but like you look back at it, my relationship was toxic as well. I think, you know, it's like all these things like sort of add up, and then, you know, got me at the time. And to be honest, it was fucking crazy. Like the stuff I was doing to myself. You know, I when I had my medical done in November, I was talking to Dr. Wilcoxon. He's like, any mental health troubles? I told him. He's like, cool. He's like, I need to tell the board because this is fucked.
Yeah.
But you know, it was what it was.
Were they supportive?
I never heard back from the board, but I'm sure, you know, they wanted me to be okay. You know, I was sort of okay then. You know, I was like back in the gym with John, and that was the only thing that got me out of it. John just got me back in the gym, and you know, I lost my passion and my love for the sport. You know, just life in general. I mean, the only thing that I had going for me, so I was doing my tattoo apprenticeship here at the time, and that's the only thing that really kept me going, because obviously it's been ever since I was about 8, 9, I wanted to be a tattoo artist. So it's like the only thing that kept like really push me. And do you know what it is? It's that I'm quite tunnel visioned. So, you know, I put all my eggs into one basket and bush, think about nothing. And when I suffer these mental problems, I put all my eggs into my tattooing basket, bosh, tattooing. All I could think about was live, breathe and tattooing, right? Only thing I ever did, only thing I talked about, anything I did. And then when it got sort of like Christmas time, after like during my first year being here, and like business, like obviously as for everybody, apart from like shops, slows down for Christmas, you know what I mean? And then when I wasn't working as much, it all all the
Your head
baggage
starts
came
playing
out.
tricks on you then, doesn't it? When you have more time to think about stuff and...
Yeah, I mean, it got really bad. It got to the point where I was like, people were fine with me, but in my head I was like, they hate me, they want you to fail, they fucking... And I was like, you know, and my anger and stuff really like took... I like to say to people I'm not an angry person, like, you know me, you see me at shows and stuff, you see me in situations where I should be angry, like boxing, and I'm always sort of like happy-go-lucky, smiley, but like during like the COVID era, I was just so angry.
It's just a horrible time for a lot of people, and there's a lot of people I know that are just the most level people, and that they really suffered, got long COVID. Honestly, it's been a horrible time, isn't it?
I've had COVID twice. Like COVID twice, and the only bright side was that I finished Spartacus on Amazon Prime.
The only positive you can take out of it.
Yeah.
So you were going to give up boxing at that point then, yeah?
Yeah. I was sort of done. I was done. You know, I didn't see me. I used to see me winning a world title, and then where I got to the point where I was mentally bad, I couldn't see me winning even an English title. Like, Joe, my confidence was completely knocked.
Yeah.
And you know, it was weird because, you know, when I was boxing, I was on cloud nine, and you know, people discussed me like whenever I came up with a conversation, it was George will definitely win a British title, at least British title, definitely, no problem. And then when I started going down, and all my friends were there all the time, George was going to be successful, or all the time I was going to be successful, they were all there. And then all the time where that doubt came, where it wasn't going to be successful anymore, they just drifted away there.
I tell you, in the hardest times you find out who your mates are.
That's
and
it.
That's so true.
That's it. I mean, you know, realistically, I was quite lucky for them to drift away.
Yeah.
Because that's not the people you want in your life. You know, I want people who are going to stand by me. Like I stand by like my friends. I mean, I'm lucky now to. I have a really small pool of people, but I have like my flatmate Liam, who we've been friends for fucking donkeys. You know, my friend Jarvis, who's really supportive of my boxing career. He's a tattoo friend of mine, and he works here a little bit, like every now and then. But like he really is like supporting my boxing career. That's sort of what I needed. People like that to say like pick up the gloves again. And then obviously Johnny came through. Johnny wanted me to come back.
That's John Edwards, yeah. Guildford, yeah.
And then Johnny's pulled me right back. I mean, you know, you obviously say what you want about people, but you know, Johnny Edwards is just one of them people who, you know, it doesn't matter where you're from, who you are. Johnny, if you have a passion and a talent, Johnny will, you know, take you on, and like, you know, he fucking mended me. Him, Casey, Lenny Fletcher, you know, they all believed in me, and I owed them something. So it's good to come back and.
And you promised me if you win a title, you can tattoo him. He's even said that. So that's the biggest incentive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know it's going to be my name. I actually, there's a guy in Aldershot called, we call him Pacemaker Clive. Obvious reasons, his name's Clive Scott Pacemaker. And Clive, massive boxing fan, and he was talking to, do you know Gary McCann?
I've heard of him. He's a tough guy, and he's an ex-boxer.
Yeah, he's talking to Gary at the cafe just down the road, and he was talking about boxing. He said, Gary, he said, that tattoo shop. He said, the young boxer in there is drawn absolutely mustard, brilliant. He said, amazing, right? This guy's like, oh yeah. He's come up here, he's talked to me. He said, I watched your videos on YouTube. He said. I went, all right. He said, yes, I want your name tattooed right there. Right? I said, you what? He said, your name and a pair of boxing gloves on my leg. Right? I went, all right. And he had his grandkids' names there. Right? Like, not big, but that big. So how big do you want the name clubs? As big as you want. So I fucking made it like that bit. 2 lines, fucking George Lamport, fucking like that. And he's like, Kushti, fucking love it. And it was weird because that night he went to the Sainsbury's on the Ash Road. And Joe Vinny Lamport, Big Vin, was in there, and he went, "What, Vin?" He said, "I've got your George's name tattooed on me." And Vinny went, "What?" Showed him. Vinny texted me. He said, I thought I was dreaming. I thought I was dreaming. But yeah, like little moments like that, I don't know, like.
So you got your passion back now for it, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm in the gym all week, training all week, like doing my running again and stuff.
Oh, good man. Feel better?
Yeah, do you know what? I feel a little better. I've lost loads of weight already. I was fucking massive, you know, like just big fat George again, you know.
It's mad how it creeps up on you as well, though, isn't it? Before you know it.
Yeah.
Like, because you were so active as well and you were training a lot, you know what I mean? It don't take long to lose, but it don't take long to put on, does it? That's the thing.
No, do you know what it is? It's especially I can look at stuff and put on weight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just one of those people, unfortunately. But you know, it's it's teaching me. It's taught me a lot of like life lessons. You know, and you can't blame anyone but yourself. You know what I mean? I blame myself for putting on loads of weight and getting big and.
But you need that sometimes. You need that little blow. You can't be all the time. You've got to have these little moments. Listen, life's a roller coaster, isn't it? It's all part of the story.
What I say to people is, people like saying, "Oh, 2 years is a long time." I say to them, last time I had 2 years out, I came back and won the biggest boxing competition in Europe. With these, didn't even lose a round, completely pissed it. So what's it going to be like now?
Of course, yeah. Listen, some of the best fighters ever coming back after long layoffs.
Yeah. Look at Tyson Fury, like.
Yeah. A lot of people, it's a shame it doesn't get more press, but what George Foreman did. Literally reinvented his career.
It's weird, I was literally talking about George Foreman fucking yesterday. And obviously the oldest heavyweight champion in history.
I remember watching that, and he's the same age as me.
Yeah.
I used to think that, fucker, like.
Yeah.
44 when he beat Nakamura, he was an absolute beast.
Yeah, but it's weird, like, George Foreman's just that guy, isn't he? Even if you don't like boxing, you know who George Foreman is because of the grill.
The grill.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a George Foreman grill. I mean, mean world champion makes a mean grill as well.
That's right, yeah. What a great combo.
Yeah.
So, what's going to be going on with your boxing career? Have you got anything in the pipeline? Any fights?
We've had offers.
Stuff to get excited about? And
Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is I'm built for TV, so.
Do you know what? You're made for TV. I've always said this to you. You've got that personality, you've got that knack, you've got that standout. Do you know what I mean? Even if you have the most boring fight in the world, you're going to be interesting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're that character. You're that coming in with.
Yeah, people hear the ring music. People see the hands down. People see the flashy like showboating, and they're drawn in because they either absolutely love it or they absolutely hate it.
Yeah. But either way, they're going to be talking
either way
about
they're
it.
drawn in. Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to be talking about it. Oh, so that's exciting. Any plans of when you're going to be out at all? Or?
So, I'll spend the next couple of weeks just getting the weight down, getting fit, and then we'll go into a short camp to come back and do our thing. But I'm looking for like titles now and stuff. I mean, I've had 10 pro fights, I'm beaten in 10.
How old are you, George, now?
25.
You're still a baby, aren't you, as well?
Yeah. That's the thing. Like last time I boxed, I was 20. I was 22, just about to turn 23. Or maybe I just turned 23. I started with boy strength, and now like in the gym, like people see me hitting the pads and they're going, "Fucking hell!" Like George is like now I fucking.
You're feeling that manpower a bit now as well.
Yeah, I mean during lockdown as well, because I couldn't run, I was doing loads of weights with Vinny, and obviously we were fucking pushing some serious weight, for my size, some serious weight.
Oh mate, I'm glad you're doing better because, like I was saying to you, that was just the weirdest time ever, all that lockdown, wasn't it? It was just...
Yeah, I mean, do you know what it is? I think people either love your success or hate your success. Like, if you posted a video that got 5 million views and fucking suddenly LinealBoxing is like the new IFL, I'm going to be happy for you. You know what I mean? I'll be like, yeah, fucking Steve's done it. But other people want you to fail.
Oh, of course.
And unfortunately I surrounded myself with people who wanted me to fail.
It's a strange sort of setup, isn't it? But in some ways, those circumstances, it separates them. You know what I mean? You don't need those people in it. You know what I mean? And it is good for you in the long run. You want people that want the best for you.
It's weird as well. Like, you know, we talk about like it's not just boxing with us. We talk about situations in life. We talk about other fighters and this and that. But you know, it's social media is such either a great tool or just toxic.
It's horrible.
Yeah, because I remember looking at Instagram, flicking through, seeing these fighters, thinking, oh fucking, I'll never be these guys. It's past me now and stuff like that. And then I obviously I focused on my tattooing. I had a message from other people saying, man, I wish I could be like you, and you know, it's like two sides of a coin. You know what I mean? And then obviously you got the other side, social media, where people want to say things behind your back or want to hide behind a message on social media because they're just not brave enough to say it to you. You know what I mean?
What do you think about? Do you see Anthony Joshua calling out those guys in the university?
No.
All slagging him off, and he went up to the room. It was quite funny.
I pay no attention to AJ. Obviously,
you don't like him, anyways.
We've been honest. I don't like him. I think he's a fucking fool. I think he's an idiot. I don't think he'd be a world champion again unless, you know, the pool shrinks. I don't think he'd beat Usyk again. Usyk in a rematch. I don't think he'd touch Tyson Fury. Let's be brutally honest. He can't beat cruiserweight. Can't beat cruiserweight who can move. So what's he going to do with Tyson Fury? You know what I mean? And you know, it's like we did an interview after I fought Stemkowski where I told you, I said, the world will turn. I said, Joshua will be disliked and Fury will be loved. And how accurate was it?
That was spot on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was spot on. And that was the time when Fury was getting dog's abuse.
Yeah.
That was when he couldn't catch a break, could he? Couldn't catch a break.
But I knew Fury was going to bounce back and be loved because, you know, the Wilder fights, again, key. Because the public love a man, love a dog that's not going to quit the fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, that knockout, I mean, he was out cold, Tyson Fury. Then to fucking get back up, scared Deontay Wilder. And then that second fight of Wilder, where he absolutely destroyed him. Then the third fight where it was knock down, get up, knock him down, get up. You know, even better. And
the flip side to that, Deontay Wilder made those fights. Yes, he's an absolute. I've never seen anyone that's so out of it. But against, it reminded me a little bit of a heavyweight Nigel Benn, where he's so hurt. Yeah. He's as dangerous as when he's hurt as he is normal.
Yeah.
Like.
But you know, I think Johnny Wilder's going to take over again now.
Do you think?
Yeah, because he just got that one freak of nature power. Like if he fought Joshua, as soon as he hit Joshua, you know it's over. You know, it's not like Tyson Fury. Like if we say we had the fact that we have Joshua versus Fury, we know if Joshua hit Fury clean, Fury's going to get back up. We know if Fury hit Joshua clean, Joshua ain't getting back up because Joshua don't have it here.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? It's, you know, as horrible as it is to say, and you know, if you know he proves me wrong, fair play. But you know, you've got to have it in here, and you know, I know so many people, normal people, boxers, athletes, everyone who just don't have no heart and are scared.
And you can't teach someone that, can you?
No, you can't teach anyone that. You've got to grow up hard to have heart. I grew up tough. I got bullied. I got bred to be tough, and I had to be hard. You know what I mean? And you know, we all have our dips and dots, but I will always bounce back because you know I had to growing up. It's like I said to my dad the other day. You know, he's always tried the best for me and stuff, but you know, I said to him, you know, I struggled growing up. We didn't have much, and now, you know, I have a business, boxing career. You know, my dad was wearing. It was great because my dad was wearing my one of my really expensive watches, and I said, you know, I never saw you with one of them on your wrist when I was a kid. Now you can wear one. You know,
nice little things like that. They can give a bit back, innit? It's it.
Well, I bought my dad a Cartier a few months back. You know what I mean? Just, you know, he's my old man, isn't it? You know what I mean? No,
lovely. So going on from there, how's the tattooing going? It looks like it's buzzing, mate. You're covered now as well, aren't you?
Yeah. Look, you know what I mean? I come here, have a great time, I work hard, and you know, I earn a very, very comfortable living. You know, I can afford my own place. You know, I've got my dog at home, and you know, it's just nice. You know, as like you see, we got Harley Davidsons in the shop and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a banging bike. That is. So you bought that, yeah?
I bought that for my business partner. Yeah.
And you can still ride it, yeah? It looks beautiful. It's
Yeah. He still rides it. You take it out in the summer, and yeah, you know, I'm not. I don't know. Well, I came in here not knowing much about like Harley Davidsons and stuff, and now I sort of know everything because it's all we ever talks about.
So what else have you been up to then? Did you watch any of the Depp Heard trial?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was glued to the Depp Heard trial. And
What do you think then?
5 minutes in, I knew she was fucked.
Mate, she was crackers, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's absolutely nuts. But she's on about appealing it, isn't she? But do you know what it is now? It's damage limitation with Amber Heard now. If I was her, I'd wipe my mouth, hope everyone forgets about it in 5 years, and then try to restart my career again.
Do you know with her as well? If I was, and like abuse is horrible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really is. But that was so ridiculous. It was so obvious that she was lying. You can't say you've been punched multiple times and then be on a talk show the very next day smiling.
Yeah.
Leaking stuff to TMZ. Obviously leaking it.
Do you see the TMZ guy though? What he said to the lawyer?
That was, she set him up though, wasn't it?
I had to take a knee because that was so brutal.
It was brilliant, wasn't it? She just set him up though.
Yeah.
The way he was quick.
Like everyone's saying, Amber Heard's legal team are awful, right? They're not. They're really good lawyers. They're top bar lawyers, right? They're clearly very good at their job, but you cannot defend someone so irreputably undefensible.
I disagree, because if I was their lawyer, I would have said to her, at least take a little bit of ownership. Not on everything, but own that you didn't pay the legal fee, like all the
charitable donations.
The donations. Admit that. Admit you leaked it to TMZ, said, look, I want, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's obvious you're lying.
Yeah.
And when you start lying about that, you won't want anything, what else are you lying about?
I saw a thing, they're on about bringing her back here because of she's been caught lying under oath.
That's right, perjury. Yeah.
So they're on about like possibly giving her like prison time over here.
Yeah.
But like Johnny Depp, it was win-win because he won public opinion.
Of course.
And you know, when you win public opinion, he's gonna get picked up for films, stuff like that. No problem, and obviously the public gonna love him. And you know, Amber Heard, she was always gonna get edited out of Aquaman 2. She's gonna lose future jobs, and she's gonna become a nobody.
And this is the thing. I honestly think she's got some kind of personality disorder, and I think there's something seriously wrong with her. Instead of everyone just, it was some of the TikToks. People were just on it, weren't they? Just.
Well, I see once a video of like. There's a scene at Pirates of the Caribbean where Johnny Depp's got like the chains over Elizabeth Swan's fucking neck, and it's been Amber Heard's face is there. He's like, remember this? They always called Captain Jack Sparrow, and like, pushes her away.
Like some of it is, but I think she seriously needs help as opposed to because it was obviously a toxic relationship. You know what I mean? And when you're in it, it's a bubble, isn't it? You can't. You go from loving someone so much to then complete hate, and then she was obviously. It was so obvious that some of this was made up, and.
But it is, you know, a shame to say, like, she obviously clearly needs help. But, you know, it's like anything, the first step to getting help is admitting you have a problem.
Yeah.
And she won't admit that she has
and she won't. And that's why I think her legal team went wrong if they said, look, at the very least, just admit this. Because then you can, do you know what I mean? But where it was just lie upon lie upon lie upon lie, it was just, but there was some funny moments in that trial. It was just weird, wasn't it? Like mega pints and...
Yeah, well, my favourite bit will always be where he asks Johnny Depp a question, Amber Heard's legal team asks Johnny Depp a question. Johnny Depp goes to answer that question, they go, here, say your honor, and the judge is like, you asked the question.
Objected to his own question. And that psychologist they had for Amber, and he was just like...
He was fucking off his rocker.
Just nuts.
But the one Johnny Depp had was fucking spot on. And she was actually Amber Heard's old psychiatrist.
Yeah.
You know...
That's a strange place, Hollywood. Have you ever been to LA?
No.
Oh, that's a strange place. Strange place. Because everybody's in this bubble. They're all beautiful. They're all...
Yeah.
And they're all like... Do you know what I mean? It's just a weird environment. Amazing, but just weird.
Yeah.
Just weird.
But you get places like that in England, don't you? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Aldershot, I love Aldershot, but Aldershot's like a bubble of England. You know what I mean? It's just filled with.
It's got everyone.
Personalities.
It's got everyone. Yeah.
I mean, you got people like walking the street at 12 in the morning, pissed out of their head, shouting at people, and you're like, it's just Aldershot in it. You know what I mean?
Do you get many of them coming in for tattoos?
Yeah, and you sort of got to be political with them, don't you?
Yeah.
But I let other people deal with it. I work downstairs, so people will come down to see me. If they're not allowed down to see me, then I don't really deal with them.
Oh mate, so glad about your boxing. Glad you're feeling better, because I didn't realise it got that bad for you. It's
it was awful. It was awful. And I say to people like, the only reason I'm still here is my dog. Like,
have you watched Afterlife with Ricky Gervais?
No, I've seen clips of it, and I've heard this amazing fucking show.
Yeah.
And it's sort of similar to my situation, I suppose, also because his dog is like what's keeping him going, and literally for me it was my dog.
What dog do you have?
I have a Springer Spaniel.
Mate, my mum and dad have got a little miniature Dutch hound. I'm obsessed with this thing. I mean, I hated dogs. Yeah. I'm obsessed with it. Honestly, obsessed.
But do you know what? It's weird. Like, as soon as I held my dog, it was that this is my dog. Like, as soon as I held it, this is my dog. And
do you sleep in your bed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog Bulma. Yeah, she sleeps in my bed. Eats my food. Like, if I'm eating like a chicken breast, and she's looking at me like, fucking, there you go.
The most loyal things ever, though, aren't they? They're just.
Oh yeah, do you know what, like, obviously sometimes, like, before bed, like, I could be a bit sad or tired or,
They just know your mood, don't they?
Yeah, she just comes up to me and, like, snuggles up to me, and the world's alright.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she is like a fucking, she's more like a daughter to me than she's a dog, you know what I mean? She's just my joy and happiness, you know what I mean? Like, if I take her for a walk, I'm automatically happy. You know what I mean? I see her run around off the lead having a fucking amazing time. And you think, the world's not that bad, is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How long ago had your dog?
She's 2 and a bit months now.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, so I had her since I could have her, yeah.
Oh good man. And the name?
Bulma.
Bulma, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously from Dragon Ball Z. What a show.
What a show.
I mean, wasn't my last fight kit Dragon Ball as well?
That's right.
Well, you know what? On my next fight kit, I'm looking to do Game of Thrones, because really weird, right? Do you know?
I thought you said you couldn't talk about Game of Thrones again.
Do you know what's transpired? It's really fucking weird.
Okay.
Do you know the guy it's like the first 3 series? He's the Lord Commander of the Night Watch, big guy, old boy, white hair, Lord Commander Mormon.
Yeah.
Played by a guy called James Cosmo.
The box of his son's a great boxer, Ethan.
Yeah, his son's just left Woking.
Yeah, great guy. He's really nice guy. James Cosmo, the most loveliest guy.
Yeah.
Oh, and also you have to watch this Pyramid Diaries. Have you ever watched that?
No.
Oh, please watch it.
You have to watch Spartacus though.
Okay, we'll do a deal. But watch James Cosmo. It is the weirdest. It's like a podcast. It's really weird to describe, but it's him as a boxing trainer. The Pyramid Diaries. I won't tell you anymore.
Yeah.
Watch it.
I have to watch it. Yeah. But like,
amazing bit of work. But he's a lovely guy, isn't he?
Yeah. I walked past him, and he's having lunch with Gary, and I fucking. Do you know that there's that meme of Ewan McGregor going, "That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi." Yeah. I was like, "That's fucking Lord Commander." So I walked up to him. I was like, "Alright, Gary, fuck you, yeah, mate," because obviously me and Gary got on really well. And then he's like, "Oh, George, this is James." He's talking. He said, "George is a massive fan of Game of Thrones. Unbelievable." I said, "Yeah." I said, "You were my favourite character, Lord Commander Mormon." Oh, brilliant. Sit down, fucking. And yeah, since then I meet up with him, like have some lunch, we chat, and it is really weird because you never expect someone like that to be around here. But the whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing. Amber Heard was booked in with my business partner to have a tattoo years ago.
No.
Yeah, because I can't remember where her and Johnny Depp lived, but it wasn't too far away, and she came in
Amber Heard came in here?
Yeah, before
No, she never did.
Before I was here. Booked a tattoo with Dave, my business partner, and she never turned to her appointment.
Did he charge her?
I don't know. He just told me because I was watching Amber Depp trial. He went, Amber Heard. I was like, how do you know who Amber Heard is? Because he's like, sort of this old wise man. He's like, oh, she came in here. What?
Oh, it's a small world, isn't it?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's
small world.
It's when she was married to Johnny Depp. So he obviously lived in England.
So anyway, going back to Game of Thrones. What's your Game of Thrones entrance going to be then?
Oh, I was just thinking about Game of Thrones shorts and coming out to the fucking like. I think that'd be pretty cool because I like doing these sort of like themed sort of stuff. I mean, we've done the Matrix and Dragon Ball. We've done Kingsman. So I just want to do something really, really cool and like pop culture. Might do Guardians of the Galaxy because I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Might do Star Wars. That'd be pretty awesome.
Oh, have you seen the new Star Wars Obi-Wan?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, disagree, mate.
Do you disagree?
I think it's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Nah, I love it.
Are you joking?
No, because
did you see Princess Leia getting chased?
Yeah. And I'll leave the perfect message now. Like, my mate Sam Johns, again, another tattoo artist, and he's quite big on TikTok. He messaged me, and he's like, "You watching Kenobi?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "How come can no one catch a 10-year-old?" And so I sent the reply as, "Yeah, well, I run after 10-year-olds, so you just find it pretty easy to catch." But
no, it's the worst thing I've ever watched. Seriously.
No, I love it, mate. But do you know what? For me, it's all nostalgia based because I was so young. I was 9 years old when episode 3 came out.
Yeah.
I was 6 or 7 when episode 2 came out. So for me, it's all nostalgia. See Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor there again, because obviously Hayden Christensen in the Darth Vader suit again, and watching it, I'm like a kid again. But I think it's setting up, like, you got to watch it like Game of Thrones, right? Like, it's setting up that masterpiece. Cause season 1 of Game of Thrones isn't that great, but it's set up for what 4 seasons would be, a masterpiece. Yeah. So I think that's what it is, setting up a masterpiece. I think you're going to see an insane battle in episode 6. I think you're going to see Darth Maul, Ahsoka Katana. I mean, is it as good as The Mandalorian? No.
Oh, Mandalorian was amazing.
Yeah, the Mando's a legend.
And that ending of The Mandalorian, wow, that was...
Yeah, Mando's great. Mando's probably the best Star Wars thing out there. My favourite Star Wars. Because it's this cheesy spaghetti western, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, I think Kenobi's really good.
Nah, Kenobi awful, mate. Is there anything you want to end on then, George?
Just, keep up to date with me. And because we'll be back soon. And we will, I'm not coming back to far around. I'm coming back to fucking take heads and titles. So you'll see me in some big fights.
Glad you're back on it, mate. I'm glad you got the buzz back. I'm glad. You know what I mean?
A lot of people, have said they're glad to see me back because it's weird. Like the local traveller community, really want someone local again to be back and be like the main man. You know what I mean? Yourself, Guildford City, top tier gym. We do things different.
You're getting a few guys on TV again now as well, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got young Jimmy Lee again.
We sat down and you told me about Jimmy Lee.
Yeah, an interview years ago when he was about 16.
Yeah. Maybe
15, and I said he was going to be the next big thing. And you got obviously Ebony, who is a fucking monster. Ebony's that sort of girl where I don't want to fight her. You know what I mean? If you start with Ebony, I get out. She's just an animal, isn't she?
I've seen her spar a few times. She's got a horrible style, that body punching, that sort of
that Mike Tyson-y pop.
Just that little stocky style.
Yeah, I mean, she'll want a world title, I think.
You think, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I think she just needs to develop a little bit more but you know, she's got the right person. She's got Johnny Edwards for that. You know,
And she's got a good stage to do it on as well.
yeah, that's that Sky Sports stage is a good stage. Yeah, you got people who I want to fight on there. You've got Joe Pigford. Yeah, I like Joe Pigford a lot, but you know, I want serious fights, so Joe's a great option. I don't know what Ted Cheeseman's doing, but you can roll him out of bed for me. You know, Troy Williamson. You know,
it's a packed division, isn't it? Really, there's some good names in there.
Good names. Do you know what though? I think with the last founder, Lawson Cheeseman, last division went open, and it's anybody's turn. You know what I mean? And I think I've got the right style to sort of go, okay, bomb straight to the top. It's like Michael Mackinson, you know, we've got very similar styles. And Michael Mackinson, in my opinion, is the best welterweight in England. I think he's better than Conor Benn. I think he's better than, I think Cal Brooks passed it, you know what I mean?
He's just retired now, isn't he, Cal?
Has he?
Yeah.
Michael Mackson's number one in my book. You know, I think it's the same in the world. My opinion, obviously, going to be me. People might, you know, differ, like have a different idea. But my opinion is me. I haven't seen anything that's overly impressed me too much. And that's just me being like honest. And I could be wrong. I could fight Ted Cheeseman. Ted Cheeseman could beat me. You know, if he does, fair play to him. But you know, the amount of people who I see go, you know, Ted Cheeseman's just tailor made for you. You know what I mean? Runs in recklessly. He's not really got great defence. You know. So yeah, just opportunity to come and.
And listen, you've got to test yourself now, innit? You can't keep saying, you know what I mean? It's the time thing.
Well, that's what I say to people. Every time I fight someone who's got a winning record or, you know, who is unbeaten, like what's happened. So.
Oh, George, well, I'll tell you what, please, when you get this fight news and you can tell us a little bit more, give us a shout. We can sort of announce it and
yeah, we'll get it all done.
We'll start. You can start calling out some names and let's get it back going. 'Cause it's good to see you back in, mate. I didn't realise it'd been so long.
Yeah, it's been hot. And the way we're going, like, I think Avi Josh was going to want to fight by the end of the year.
Say that again.
I think Avi Josh was going to want to fight by the end of the year. You know what I mean? Keep slagging me off, mate. It is what it is, bro.
Any words of wisdom?
Any words of wisdom? Don't eat yellow snow.
Don't eat yellow snow. Give us a shout, like I said, when you get this fight news, and we'll follow your journey as always. But it's always good to catch up, mate. And like, you're made for TV. You've got a good story anyway, so it's
yeah. I'm funny, you know what I mean? So if the boxing don't work, I do stand-up comedy.
Right, George, all the best, mate. Good to see you, and we'll catch up soon.
Cheers, bruv.
Take care.